Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in. As we get ready to rock and roll, we get ready to set these drivers loose as we are back here at the beautiful Cedar Lake Speedway for another evening of Montana iRacing, as the Montana iRacing League ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle here once again this evening. The Pro Late Models up first for our first of two streams this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that gosh heckin' follow button. Let's get it, baby. Let's go, chat. Oh! Let's get pumped up, ladies and gentlemen. Casey Durant coming in with the heart reaction. Jeremy Sorensen with the like on the stream. Warren Samoy with the like on the stream as we get ready to rock and roll. Heat race number one. Gonna get loaded into the sim. Yo, what's good, Joe? Mr. Brooks coming in, showing the love. What's good, Joe? How are you, brother? Joseph coming in, showing the love here in this one, as well as we have these drivers stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go. Our first heat race is about to get underway. Darius Richard Bren coming in with the like on the stream. Russell Wolf with the like. Austin Werbeth coming in, dropping the thumbs up as well. How are you, fellas? Coming in, showing the love here in this one, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go. Heat race number one out there on the racetrack. They are ready to rock and roll. Inserting on the pole in the number 33 machine, I do believe. Nope, it is the 32 machine. The Pacer Signs and Designs number 32. That is Pacer Popham, starting here in position number one to his outside. In the 33 machine, that is Luke Zampich, starting down on the inside, row number 3. In the 37 ride, that is Joey Price. To his outside in the Tri-City Speed machine number 54, that is Joseph Brooks. And down on the inside of row number 3, in position number 5, it is the Flawless Auto Body Pacers Signs and Designs number 2 ride of PJ Popham. Into his outside in the 43 ride, that is Casey Durand. 6 drivers ready to rock and roll here in heat race number 1 as our pace truck gonna zoom off the racetrack, and we're gonna get ready for the first green flag of the evening as we are quickly racing here for the Montana iRacing League. And already some contact. Around goes Luke Zampich. Zampich turned around the 54 right of Joseph Brooks, collected right there in that one. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start our drinking game right now. Every caution flag, you take a drink. Right now, everyone take a drink. Take a drink right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll take a look back and see what happened here to bring out our first caution flag here on lap number 1. Heat race number 1 as 32 Ryan gets a good start, jumps up in front of the 33. Looks like Luke Zampich just going to get underneath the 32 ride a little bit, have to get onto binders himself. Unfortunately, the 54 ride not being able to get checked up quickly enough, and he gets into the back of the 33. Is Luke Rakuski going to go around? The 43 ride in there as well, so the 33, 54, and 43, almost some pretty good damage right there as we will stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to battle here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're just tuning in and you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button on the stream, hit that share button. They're absolutely free to do. Drop a couple comments. It's a absolutely free way to help support the series, a free way to help support the channel, and continuing to get, more and more eyes on all these drivers, all the great sponsors here for the league, and all the great sponsors on these drivers' cars, having more and more viewers in here. And those are the simple things to do to gain algorithm, is like, comment, and share the stream. We are back to battle here in this one. Pacer Popham out in front, but here comes PJ Popham and Joey Price. Price gonna get a piece of the 32. He's going to spin him around. Pacer Popham pointed in the wrong direction, and caution flag number 2 is going to fly. Cody Horton says, greeting from Mexico. Cody, my boy, you're in Mexico, brother. I wish I was down in Mexico. I could use a nice little vacation, getting away from the cold and snow and everything else up here in Canada. It'd be nice to be down in Mexico right now. I would take that 100% of the time, as we'll take a look back and see what happened here as Pacer Popham, our race leader, trying to hold off the 37 right. You can see him set it in there pretty hard in quarter number 1, and he tries to do the same thing here as well, but he gets in there a little bit too deep, gets that front nose of his just underneath that right rear quarter panel. Unfortunately, that's just going to drag the 32 right around as Pacer Popham pointing the wrong direction. Caution flag number 2 is going to fly. So we'll stack them up, rack them up, and we'll try it all over again. As going from 5th position up into the top spot, it's PJ Popham now leading the way here in this one. Casey Durand right there to his outside. So the back row to the front row here in this one is Luke Raguski. Joseph Brooks right there in 3rd and 4th. PJ Popham and Joey Price back there behind him in the 5th and 6th position. All right, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here in heat race number 1 once again, as PJ Popham with a big restart right there, looking to try to run away with this one. Luke Zampich trying to jump up and clear the 43. They're going to make some contact. Up into the wall goes the 33 ride. Luke Zampich, heavy damage. Same with Casey Durand. As they get together down the back, straight away the caution flag going to come right back out as cautions breeding cautions early on in this one, and unfortunately that 33 machine with some pretty good damage right here as he's just trying to pinch the 43 up the racetrack. Unfortunately, they just run out of room up there on the high side. The 33 over the nose of the 43 and up into the wall, almost upside down. We can see some heavy damage on both of those cars as we will take another look at it here from a different angle and see what we can see as they make some pretty good contact, battling for that 2nd position on the racetrack, and things just getting more and more interesting here in this one as there you go, the 33 just unfortunately nowhere to go there, and some pretty heavy damage on his ride as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go back. The green flag racing here in this one as Luke Zampich going to stay out there on the racetrack. Some pretty good heavy damage there. Casey Durand going to get that EOL to start at the rear of the field. So PJ Popham now has a new driver to his back bumper as the 54 of Joseph Brooks. They're in position number 2. Joey Price back up into 3rd. Pacer Popham there in 4th. Casey Durand, Luke Zampich bringing up the rear of the field as heat race number 1 going to get back underway in another great restart right there for PJ Popham. Popham with a great restart yet again as he's opened up a few car length lead already over Joseph Brooks as Brooks back there in position number 2 trying to track him down. Joey Price right there in 3rd is some beating and banging battling back here for that 4th position as Casey Durand down low trying to jump up into position number 4. Pacer Popham trying to hold on to that spot. Here comes Luke Zampich as well, even with that damaged up 33 ride. He's right there ready to pounce and work himself back up towards the front of the field. As out in front right now, it is the 2 ride of PJ Popham. Popham leading the way here in this one, down across the start-finish line, going to knock off another lap here in our first heat race of the evening. That's already seen 3 caution flags, 3 unfortunate breaks for some very fast drivers here in the field, but one driver that's worked themselves from the back of the pack towards the front here is that 2 ride of PJ Popham, and he's looking to put this one to bed and looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 1. Joseph Brooks right there in position number 2 trying to track him down. Joey Price hanging on to position number 3 as they continue to battle back there for position number 4. Pacer Popham, Casey Durand, they're rounding out our top 5, and Luke Zampich in position number 6 as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time, down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4, heat race number 1 is going to go to the 2 ride of PJ Popham. Joseph Brooks, Joey Price rounding out our top 3 with Pacer Popham, Casey Durand, and Luke Zampich bringing up the rear of the field here in this one. Hello, Mr. Brian Wax. Wax coming in showing the love. How are you? Kenny Storkson coming in showing the love. Yo, what's up, Kenny? What's up, brother? How are you? Cody says, cheers. Cheers to that one, absolutely. Disappointed to not see some creative Cody Blix cars. Can't believe he would go to Mexico and miss this. I know, right? I know, Richard. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Going to Mexico and missing out on this. You can't miss out on this. We need Cody Blix in here. He needs to be able to bring it with him. Cody J. Horton coming in, dropping that heart reaction. Anthony James with the like on the stream. Todd Hook coming in, dropping the thumbs up. My boy Kenny Storkson with the like on the stream. Tommy Bush with the thumbs up as well. Alan Peters, Brian Wax coming in, showing the love with the reactions here in this one as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 2 on the racetrack is starting on the pole. In the 185 ride, that is Zane Lemire into his outside. In the 50 ride, that is Caden Back. Starting in position at number 3 in the 307, that is Merlin Sorensen into his outside. In the 1H ride, that is Vernon Hill. Starting in position at number 5 in the 29, that is Jeremy Sorensen into his outside. In the 5H, the Dirty South Speed Shop, Cocky Floyd Consulting 5H ride, that is Chris Hill there in 6. As we are green flag racing, heat race number 2 underway is Caden Back trying to hang on to the 50 ride as he's sliding backwards here. Chris Hill up into the outside wall ever so slightly as he's trying to get the handle on that 5H ride, getting very, very loose around the racetrack, trying to figure it out, trying to get that car pointed back in the right direction. The 29 ride of Jeremy Sorensen all over the back bumper here of the 50 machine, gonna have to get onto the binders. Some contact there as Chris Hill gets up into the side of him. It's out in front. It's Zane Lemire leading the way. Lemire out in front as Merlin Sorensen there in second, and Vernon Hill there in position number 3. Is this fixed or open setups? This is open setup racing. These guys have open setups here for the late models. I do believe the 305 sprint cars are a fixed series that are up after this. So I think they switch. I think they switch every not every week, but every other race. So basically one series is open, the other series that they run is closed, as we see a great battle here at the front of the field. It's Merlin Sorensen looking to jump up to take this lead away from the 185 ride. As Sorensen and the 185 of Lemire are going to make some contact. Around goes Merlin Sorensen, and the caution flag is going to fly. The caution flag coming out here as Merlin Sorensen unfortunately just couldn't quite clear that 185 ride, and unfortunately they make some pretty good contact, and around goes the 307. We'll see the contact right here. The 307 trying to wash up the racetrack, trying to clear the 185. Unfortunately, just couldn't clear him quick enough, and unfortunately, 185 going to get a good piece of that 307, sent him up into the outside wall. Bam! A great look at it right there. There goes the back wing and everything else, and a ton of damage on that 307 machine as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. He's back out there on the racetrack in the backup car and ready to rock and roll here. We'll stack him up, rack him up, and get ready to go back to battle. Out in front, it's now the 1H ride. That is Vernon Hill leading the way. Caden Back there in position number 2. Jeremy Sorensen, Merlin Sorensen, Zane Lemire rounding out our top 5, and Chris Hill down pit side in the 5H ride. So a tough break there for Chris Hill. Justin Williams coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream as well. Coming in, showing the love here in this one, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you haven't, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you want, make sure you go over and check us out over on YouTube, as well as we're live over there on the Red site. Make sure you drop a subscription over there, become part of the PeaceMaker family over on YouTube, and make sure you jump over and show some love on Twitch as well, as we're live streaming on all 3 channels as we are back to green flag racing here in this one. Vernon Hill quickly back onto the lap pedals. Caden Back right there in position number 2. Jeremy Sorensen still trying to find a way around this 50 machine as Caden Back having a great run here now up into position number 2 after the contact with Merlin Sorensen and Zane Lemire. We'll have to wait and see how these drivers can try to work themselves up through the field here, see if they can work themselves back to the front of the pack. The 307 of Merlin Sorensen has been showing a lot of speed here in these pro late models. Looks like he's got a fast piece yet again here this evening, as he's already right there in the mix, trying to work himself around the 50 and the 29 ride, as he's kind of getting stuck right there. There's a little bit of contact. The white flag has been displayed. Caden Back is going to get turned around. No caution flag on the racetrack as the white flag was displayed. Vernon Hill down through quarter number 3, nice and easy. Out of quarter number 4, it's Hill who's going to pick up heat race win number 2 on the evening. Merlin Sorensen there in second. Zane Lemire, Jeremy Sorensen, Caden Back, and Chris Hill rounding out the field there in heat race number 2 on the evening, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for heat race number 3. Is heat race number 3 about to get underway? These drivers are going to get loaded into the sim, and we're going to get ready to see who's going to pick up the win here in this one. Is starting on the pole in the 3D Racing House of Speed Norwood Sim Sports, number 77, that is Warren Samoy. To his outside is the victory lane ride, that is the 00 O'Reilly Wolf, and down on the inside of row number 2 in the 2 ride, that is the all-star machine of Bracton Tinker. To his outside in the BPI number 86 ride, that is Patrick Lemire, and bringing up the rear of the field in the MPI number 85, that is Patches Be Fast. As we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go to battle here. Heat race number 3 going to be led down to the green flag from the 77 ride of Warren Samoy. Samoy out in front, looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here in this one. 3D Racing House of Speed ride going to lead us down to the green flag here in heat race number 3. The beautiful Cedar Lake Speedway is race number 3 of 4 on the weekend here for the Montana iRacing League. As we see the green flag flying, these drivers going to be set loose as the 77 Warren Samoy looking to open up a lead and looking to try to run away here with heat race number 3 on the evening. Riley Wolf up the racetrack and leave that bottom side open as the 2 machine going to jump up and fill that position as the 00 going to get hard up into the wall here. Some heavy damage for the 00. No caution flag. We will take another look at it as, unfortunately, the 00 ride gets up into the wall right there, slides up, and unfortunately a ton of damage. He's parked right there on pit lane. He's going to take it down pit side as out in front. Warren Samoy going to continue to lead the way, but we are going to see that caution flag fly here. I'm not sure if that caution flag came out for Riley Wolf or if the caution flag came out for somebody else if they're on the racetrack. I didn't really see much other action, so caution flag may have been for that number 00 ride. Might have been something our admins missed and called the caution for this 00. That was just a very, very heavy hit and a tough break right there. You see him getting to the wall a little bit down on the entry at quarter number 3 as well, so I'm not sure if something may have been already broken in the 00 as he headed down to the front straightaway, and fortunately, a tough break right there for the 00 as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in a few more moments. Yo, Kevin Battering coming in, showing the love. What's good, Kev? Kev coming in, showing the love. Rich Bailey Motorsports coming in, becoming a brand new follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming as well, as I do believe Rich Bailey coming in, dropping that follow, puts us up to 3,900 followers over there on Facebook. I would have to double check, but I'm pretty positive that is our 3,900th follower over on Facebook Gaming. Absolutely insane. Rich, I appreciate you. Rich Bailey coming in, showing the big love there and becoming that 3,900th follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Absolutely crazy. As we are back to green flag racing here in this one. Warren Samoy looking to try to run away with heat race number 3 on the evening. Some more contact as Patrick Lemire is going to get turned around here. And unfortunately, the Auto Works Body Shop number 86 ride going to get turned around there. And unfortunately, the caution flag will come back in as we will take another look at it as 86 battling hard here with the 2 ride of Bracton Tinker. I'm not sure if there's some contact here. Is the 86 just going to kick the rear end out? And I don't think the 2 ride realized that the rear end was just coming out there ever so slightly on this number 86 ride and just barely nudges that right rear quarter panel right there, and unfortunately jacks him up, breaks the traction, and the traction bar going to go level, and unfortunately going to send that 86 ride turned around in a tough break right there for that 86 machine. Yo, my boy Brett Taylor coming in with the like and the 1,000 stars. Brett, are you kidding me, brother? Brett mother freaking Taylor coming in, setting it off, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's get a huge hashtag Brett up in the chat right now. Brett coming in, setting it off here in this one. 1,000-star donation. Are you kidding me, Brett? Coming in like that, just setting it off, brother. I appreciate you coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Taylor, the man with the biggest D in the chat right now. Brett coming in with the massive 1K stars as Warren Samoy going to see the green flag back out into the air here in this one. Warren leading the way as here comes Patrick Lemire and Riley Wolf as unfortunately the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. Patches Be Fast having some issues up there on the racetrack is my boy Casey Duran. Casey coming in, showing the love as well with the 50-star donation. Let's get a hashtag Casey up in the chat as well as, man, you guys are going absolutely crazy. Brett, Casey, I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Brett with the insane 1,000-star donation. Casey with the big 50 here in this one as we will take a look back and see what happened here. The poor Patches Be Fast is, fortunately, Patches may have some holes inside the 85 right now after some contact as he's struggling here off quarter number 2, and looks like the 2 ride just going to get in there and again just gets into that right rear quarter panel. Unfortunately, spins him around and points him in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, that will call the caution flag. You see Braxton Tinker afterwards getting up into the outside fence there. Some pretty heavy damage to that 2 machine. It's just unfortunate breaks there. Sends it in there just a little bit too deep. Looking to have a good run. Got a fast car. Just unfortunately sends it in there just a little bit too hard and gets up underneath of another ride and spins him around as luckily enough there's no 84s or 87s on the racetrack as he's made contact there with the 86 and the 85. If he was to go in order, if there was an 84, the 2 ride might be after him next. It's out in front, Warren Samoy looking to try to pick up heat race win number 3 on the evening. As Warren out in front, Patrick Lemire right there in position number 2. Riley Wolf there in 3rd. Patches Be Fast there in position number 4. And unfortunately, Braxton Tinker down pit side here. It's my boy Braxton coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Braxton? Braxton coming in, showing the love. Tough breaks right there, brother. Unfortunately, just the unfortunate contact. Nothing you could really do there. Just trying to get everything you can. Is see a big run there by Patches Be Fast right on the back bumper of the 00 rider. Riley Wolf. Wolf trying to hang on to that ride. That would have been a little bit of a scary ride there with that 85 right underneath of you, pushing it down into quarter number 3. It's the 77 of Warren Samoy out in front, down across the start finish line. He's going to see the white flag fly. So one more time around here for Warren Samoy to pick up heat race win number 3 is down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. It's the 77 of Warren Samoy who picks up the 3rd heat race win on the evening. Patrick Lemire, Riley Wolf, Patches Be Fast with a tore-up 85 ride, and Braxton Tinker rounding out the field there. I don't know what happened there to the 85 ride, but Patches Be Fast with an absolutely destroyed ride there. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments as practice is going to get underway. These drivers are going to jump out there onto the racetrack. They're going to make sure their cars are ready to rock and roll. They're going to make sure their cars are absolutely perfect and set up to the way they like them here in this one, as we'll get these drivers ready to rock and roll and ready to go to battle here in just a few more moments. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit that like button on the stream, hit that share button, hit that follow button. Again, huge shout out to my boy Brett Taylor with the 1,000-star donation. Casey Duran with the 50-star donation, activating a star party as well up in the house, setting off a star party here in this one. My boy Black Phoenix coming in, showing the love. What's good, Black Phoenix? Black Phoenix coming in, showing the big love here. Brian Munzo Manuz. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Manuz. It's one or the other. It's something close to that, I guess. Brian coming in, though, showing the love with the like on the stream. Black Phoenix with the like coming in, showing the love. Brian says the homie shout out BPX. Oh my gosh. Brian and the boys over there at Black Phoenix 843 coming in, showing the big love with the homie shout out. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the love here in this one. As hopefully Black Phoenix is doing good. Hopefully he's having some fun. What are you guys up to today? What's Black Phoenix doing? Is he playing some Call of Duty or Fortnite, or what's Black Phoenix up to this evening? Tyler Christensen says hi. Hey, how are you, Tyler? How you doing? How you doing here this evening? Tyler coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube. What's good, brother? How you doing today? If you guys haven't as well, make sure you guys check us out. We are live over on YouTube as well, and we're also live over on Facebook, or on Facebook and over on Twitch as well. If you need to find us over on YouTube, if you search at the @ PeaceMaker Gaming 47X, it'll take you right to our page. That's our @ over there on YouTube Gaming. If you need to find us over there, it's man, oh man, we keep on growing more and more and more over on that red site as we continue to get ready here in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be right back as we're going to get into this warm-up session. These drivers are going to get ready to rock and roll, and we're going to get ready to set them loose for their main feature event in just a few more moments. Yo, Mandy coming in, showing the love as well with the like on the stream. The Fire Phoenix absolutely is the Black Phoenix. Homie shout out coming in, showing the love here in this one. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the love here this evening. Hopefully Black Phoenix and crew had a good time, hopefully having a good stream and a good day over here as well. Hoping to, you know, I don't know what he was playing. I wasn't sure. I didn't get a chance to look at Facebook Lives or not earlier today. I'm not sure if he was playing a little bit of Fortnite or what he was up to, or if he was playing UFC. I'm sure UFC would probably be on the A game here for him, as he's definitely going to want to be probably getting prepped or maybe even watching that. You do a good job. I appreciate you, Tyler. I appreciate you. We try our best here. We try our best. We try to stay humble as much as possible, but we try to make sure we do the best we can. We playing Smash Bros tonight. Smash Bros tonight. Oh my gosh. Man, it's been a long time since I played Smash Bros. That is for certain. That is for certain. What do you guys even play that on? You guys, like, how do you play it? I guess Nintendo Switch probably, or like, is there an app for like Xbox or PC, or like, how do you guys even play Smash Bros? I don't know. Honestly, I think the last time I played Smash Bros was on my grandparents' like Nintendo 64. This was the last time I probably played that. This is Switch. Okay, perfect. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. It's for PS4 too. You can get it on PS4 as well. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even know that. It's been a long time since I really played any of those types of games or anything else. So that's a very interesting one to me. I might have to try that out sometime. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That seems like it'd probably be kind of fire, but right now it's iRacing, babies. The iRacing content never stops, never slows down. We keep on grinding here, day in and day out. And once again, a huge shout out to my boy over here, Mr. Rich Bailey Motorsports, becoming a brand new follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming over there on Facebook, and helping us reach 3,900 followers now on the blue site. And everyone coming in, showing the love. Tyler, I don't know if you're already a subscriber over there on YouTube as well. Make sure you guys check us out over on YouTube as we continue to grow over there as well. Just, recently went over the 500 marker. We're already closing in slowly but surely on 600 subscribers now over there on YouTube, hoping to keep that growing and keep that going more and more. We got some crazy content that we're about to get into over there on YouTube as well. We're going to start getting into some real life content as well, trying to make some pretty funny content, some pretty cool unique content. And we're getting a bunch of cameras, a bunch of the DJI Osmo mini cams and everything else, as we're going to make some live content out in the real world. Maybe do some hide and seek videos and some mini golf videos, and who knows what else we'll get into. Probably some real life racetrack videos as well, and some other stuff as well. So we're gonna get into some pretty crazy content here over the next little while with some different content, trying to do some different things, trying to reach some different people, and continue to grow more and more and more. Anthony Garth coming in with the share on the stream. Anthony coming in, showing the love. How are you, brother? Anthony coming in, showing the big love here in this one with the share on the stream. Great job, Aaron. I appreciate you, Brian, coming in, showing the love, brother. Coming in, showing the love here in this one. How are you? How you doing? Hopefully you're ready to rock and roll here. As we're going to get a quick break in. We're going to get a quick break and get ready to rock and roll here for our main feature event in just a few more moments. He says, I'm in the box. You're in the box. In the box, up there in the call, making the calls here this evening, keeping these drivers contained, trying to keep them a little level-headed out there on the racetrack. Sometimes easier said than done, as Brian's got probably the hardest job here on the evening, and that's making sure that these drivers can keep their cool out there on the racetrack, keep themselves composed, and keep them out of trouble out there, as we'll see him probably getting some busy work here again this evening. But we're going to be right back. We're going to get a quick drink. We're going to get ready here for our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments, and then we're going to be getting right in to it as the Pro Late Models here from Cedar Lake Speedway for the Montana iRacing League get ready to rock and roll, get ready to make some noise here at Cedar Lake. Wrong button. There we go. Yo, Frank, my boy, Mr. Fonda, coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Frank? it's true. It's true. Yes, there's 2 Lemire's, 2 Pophams, 2 Hills. There's a lot of matching names here in this one, and normally there's 2 Sorensens as well, as this is a Montana-only racing league, so a lot of these drivers and everything else are all from the Montana state. They all drive and race at local racetracks. They all know each other, and a lot of them are, family members or cousins and whatever else. But yeah, they are all in together. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but yeah, there's a lot of hills. Makes my job that much more difficult out there, making sure I remember which hill or which Lemire or which Popham is in each car out there on the racetrack. That is very wild. Do you guys have a lot of late models tonight? No. So Tyler, unfortunately, this is the only late model race we have this evening. So we have this late model race here. We're going to end the stream and we'll start back up in probably about 15-20 minutes after this broadcast with our second race of the evening with the Montana iRacing League, and they will be back in action here later on this evening with the 305 sprint car. So we'll see some sprint car action coming up after this one. So should be a lot of fun there with the 305s nonetheless, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go here. Practice slowly but surely coming to a close, and that means we're going to get ready for our A-Main feature event, as our A-Main is about to get underway here in just a few more moments. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't go anywhere in the event. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that gosh heck and follow button as we get ready to set them loose. We get ready to go green flag racing here from the beautiful Cedar Lake Speedway. Is nothing better than some racing under the lights here in this one. Saturday nights under the lights. No better place to be than at the racetrack. Boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go as we get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Our Montana iRacing League Pro Late Models ready to go to action here from the beautiful Cedar Lake Speedways, our A-Main feature event about to get underway, starting on the pole and ready to roll. It's the 2-rider PJ Popham. To his outside in the 1H, that is Vernon Hill, and down the inside, a row number 2. In the 77 is Warren Samoyda. His outside, it's Joseph Brooks. Then we see Zane Lemire and Patrick Lemire bringing up row number 3 with Jeremy Sorensen, Joey Price, Pacer Popham, Riley Wolf, Patches Be Fast, Caden Back, Merlin Sorensen, Casey Durant, Luke Zampich, Braxton Tinker, Chris Hill, bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. As we are quickly green flag racing here in this one is PJ Popham out in front quickly. Leading this one, looking to run away with it, is the 1H of Vernon Hill right there in position number 2, trying to keep himself in contention for the win. But slowly but surely, here comes the Tri-City Speed Machine, the 54 ride of Joseph Brooks, up 2 spots early on as he moves up into position number 2, trying to track down our race leader, PJ Popham. As you see, this racetrack starting to get a couple lanes worked into it, and it's getting very, very slick out there. These drivers slipping and sliding, trying to keep a handle on their rides as our top 5 starting to split away here from the rest of the field as Jeremy Sorensen a little ways back there, getting a little gap back between himself and our 6th place driver, Zane Lemire. Then you see Patrick Lemire right there in position number 5 as Warren Samoy and Vernon Hill right there in front of him as a battle down across the start-finish line between the 54 of Joseph Brooks and PJ Popham, as we're going to see our first caution flag of the A main feature event get underway, as it looks like Braxton Tinker and Pacer Popham having some issues here. Pacer up into the outside wall here pretty hard and shoots down across the racetrack. The 2 ride trying to get in there, gets a little tight. They're 3 wide coming off of quarter number 2, and unfortunately the 2 ride is going to slide up and over the nose of the 32. Here comes Chris Hill in there. He slides right into it. Unfortunately, it's a big piece of that 32 ride of Pacer Popham, as we will take another look at it here as our first caution flag of the evening is going to fly here in this one. Pacer Popham in the 2 ride of Braxton Tinker duking it out here. 307 right there, getting his nose in there, and unfortunately just running out of room and getting turned around goes that number 2 ride. And then here you see Chris Hill just send it in there, and unfortunately some heavy contact right there for Chris Hill. As we'll take a look here right on board of the 5H ride and see what he sees here from the cockpit, as sees him battling up in front of him ever so slightly, but he's got a lot of room. He's seen a couple other drivers right there make some contact and doesn't see it, then sees it, and unfortunately couldn't get onto the binders, couldn't get down the racetrack quickly enough, and unfortunately some heavy contact there. We still see him out there on the racetrack, which is good to see as we get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. PJ Popham out in front. Joseph Brooks right there in position number 2. Vernon Hill, Warren Samoy bringing up row number 2. The Lemires there in row 3 with Jeremy Sorensen, Joey Price, Riley Wolf, and Casey Durant rounding out our top 10 as we are back to battle here in this one as the green flag quickly back out into the air. The 2 ride of PJ Popham out in front, trying to run away with this one. 4 families going at it for 40 laps. Says Z228, Z28 coming in showing the love. Z28 is that Cody Blix over on Twitch? Is that Cody Blix over there on the Twitch channel? I'm not 100% sure. It might be, but I could be wrong. It could be wrong, because I know he's 28, so my boy coming in showing the love here in this one, and it's unfortunately the caution flag going to come back out. You see a loose wheel there rolling down the racetrack, and unfortunately the 85 ride of Patches Be Fast with some pretty good damage here. Looks like Zane Lemire and Chris Hill going to get tied up in this one, as well as Zane was having himself a good run, and I'm not sure if he gets collected in this or if it's just the glitch as 85 ride sent it in there. Him and the 2 ride come together. You see, there you go, Zane Lemire down low on the racetrack already, and you see that heavy contact as the 2 and the 85 come together up on the outside wall. We'll take a look and see what happens here to Zane Lemire, as they were 3 wide here a little bit, almost virtually the same thing. Unfortunately goes back over the nose of the 37 right down in front of the lap of the 307, as fortunately there, the 307 getting some pretty heavy damage there as well. That was Merlin Sorensen getting right in there and getting a big piece of that number 185 ride, as it's unfortunately nowhere for him to go here. Oh, man. Nothing he could do. Shot down low, hoping to not have a car there, and unfortunately the 185 parked sideways right there in front of him. Nowhere for him to go, as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. As these drivers, once again, lined up and ready to rock and roll, ready to go back to battle here in this one. Calvin Herring coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. What's good, Calvin? Calvin coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Anthony Carver says, let's go. PJ says, let's go, PJ. Stand on it and don't look back. And that's what he's going to try to do here on this restart as we are back to Green Flag Racing here in the Montana iRacing League, live from the beautiful Cedar Lake Speedway. As PJ Popham out in front, getting chased down by the Tri-City Speed Machine, the 54 of Joseph Brooks and the AC Vernon Hill, and the 86 of Patrick Lemire duking it out. Warren Samoy right there trying to poke his nose into that battle, as a great run right here is the 1H of Vernon Hill trying to jump up into position number 3 on the racetrack. Patrick Lemire, though, working himself underneath him, gets that BBI ride up into that 3rd position. So Patrick Lemire trying to work himself up towards the front. We see another couple very big movers here in the race. Casey Durand up 6 positions there in position number 7. Luke Zampich up 8 spots on the racetrack there in position number 8. So Luke trying to work himself up through the field, and here comes Chris Hill. After starting at the rear of the field, the Dirty South Speed Shop, Coffee Boy Consulting, Speed Ranch, number 5 H-Ryan working himself up inside the top 10 now, up 7 positions out there on the racetrack, and he's not done yet. He's going to try to work himself up towards the front of the field by the end of this one. Now in front, PJ Popham starting to open up a lead here more and more and more. Warren saving for more cautions. Yeah, that's a possibility for certain. Warren does make the move, though, gets up and around Vernon Hill. So doesn't Joey Price. As Price and Hill going to duke it out now for position number 5. As Hill's not done yet, he's going to take another peek down low underneath that Budweiser number 37 ride. As Joey Price up inside the top 5, we are going to see the caution flag fly here for the 3rd time here in this feature event. And unfortunately, Braxton Tinker getting collected here in another one. Yo, Mark Anthony Tabora, hopefully I'm saying that right. Mark Anthony coming in, showing the love with that share on the stream. I appreciate you, as the 2 ride is unfortunately up here on the high side. I'm not sure what happens to him. Oh, gets up into the outside wall, gets drug into it, goes around, nowhere to go for the 185 ride of Zane Lemire as well. As Zane gets a big piece of that one. Then he clips a little bit of Patches Be Fast there as well. I'm not sure what might have happened there to Patches. We'll get another look at it here from a different angle and see what we can see here with this 2 ride, as he's just rolling that high side groove, trying to get some big runs in the All-Star Concrete number 2 ride. Unfortunately, take a look at it right there. Makes a little bit of contact on the exit wall right there, and makes that contact, and unfortunately just drags that car straight up into the outside fence in a heavy hit right there, absolutely destroying the right front of that car. As you can see it just get tore apart, the tire goes flying, and then nowhere to go here for the 185 ride as he drives right into the side of him in a tough break right there for the Zane Lemire ride. As we'll take another look here from the cockpit of the number 185, as we'll take a nice little look here and see what he sees. Working the bottom lane here, trying to get a good run, and unfortunately the 2 rides out of the corner number 2 just parked there sideways in front of him. Unfortunately, a lot of damage there for Zane Lemire as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. PJ Popham out in front, continuing to lead the way, continuing to show these drivers how to get it done here in this one. Tyler Robbins coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction, as Anthony says, you can't park there. You can't park there, as we're going back to Green Flag Racing here in this one. It's the Green Flag quickly back out into the air as PJ Popham beating our pace truck back across the start-finish line, as he's out in front and he's looking to beat everything he can here this evening. Joseph Brooks right there in position number 2. Warren Samoy there in 3rd. Patrick Lemire there in 3rd, Warren Samoy in 4th, Joey Price right there in position number 5. Here comes Vernon Hill as well, as he's trying to hold on to that 6th position in the JR1 machine, as he's right there in position number 6. Casey Durand up into 7th here. Luke Zampich still right there behind him in position number 8. Jeremy Sorensen there in 9th, and Chris Hill continuing to round out our top 10. Pacer Pop Bam back there in the 11th position as Merlin Sorensen right there behind him in the 307 ride as Merlin already using up a couple repairs in that 307 machine, getting tied up in a few wrecks himself here early on in this race as Riley Wolf right there behind him, and Zane Lemire back there in position number 14. Unfortunately, some pretty heavy damage there for Zane as Patches Be Fast, the 50 ride of Caden back, and Bragton Tinker all off the racetrack. It's out in front. PJ Popham continue to lead the way, but here comes the 54. Joseph Brooks looking for a hole, looking for a way to jump up and take this race lead away as they continue to battle here in this one. Some great racing action. These drivers going to war here at Cedar Lake Speedway. We're just over halfway in and a little less than halfway to go here. There's a lot of laps, 18 more left to go here for the 2 ride. As he's led every lap so far, but he's got a very fast 54 ride right there in his back bumper. Gives him a little shot in the shorts, opens up the door as we get a new race leader. Here with 17 more laps left to go, Joseph Brooks jumping up to the top spot. He's going to jump up and take this race lead away as PJ Popham going to slide back to position number 2. He may not be very happy with that move. Unfortunately, though, the 54 ride showed some great late race speed here, and he may be able to pull away from this 2 machine. Patrick Lemire back there in position number 3 with Joey Price there in position number 4 and looking for more. Warren Samoy there in position number 5, and then you see a big gap, almost 2 seconds back to our 6th place driver, Vernon Hill. Luke Zampich in the 43 of Casey Durant duking it out as these guys aren't done at the front of the field. The 2 ride right there, taking a look down low. PJ Popham's going to spin himself around. The caution flag is going to fly. PJ Popham trying to send it in there deep underneath of the 54 machine. Unfortunately, the 54 taking that bottom lane away, and PJ, knowing that he was going to get into that 54 ride, had to get onto the binders here as he had an opening right here. The slide job down through corner number 3 and 4. He was hoping to try to do the exact same thing again here in 1 and 2. Unfortunately, the 54 just electing to stay down in that bottom lane. He had to jump onto the binders there as quickly as possible once he sees it right there. The 54 not traveling up the racetrack. The 2 ride knowing that he's more than likely going to slide up into him and ruin both their nights. Gets onto the binders. Unfortunately, spins that car around, and we'll have to see if PJ can work himself back up through the field. Luckily enough, no damage on the 2 ride, so we'll see if he can try to battle back here after that mistake. Is out in front. Joseph Brooks loves to see that, as now he's got a little bit less of a contender back there behind him, but never not enough, as he's got a very fast 86 ride of Patrick Lemire right there in his rear view mirror as the 86 ride there in position number 2. Joey Price right there in 3rd. Ward Samoy now up into position number 4 and looking for more, in Vernon Hill rounding out our top 5. Anthony says, you got this. Shake it off, PJ. We'll see if he can shake it off and work himself back up to the front of the pack as we are back to green flag racing here in this one. Joseph Brooks quickly onto the loud pedal, looking to try to run away with this one. Has the 54 ride out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done. It is all Joseph Brooks here as he's out in front, leading the way, showing these drivers how to get it done. Patrick Lemire right there in position number 2. He's going to get up into the outside wall ever so slightly, opens up the door here for that number 86, and unfortunately, the caution flag is going to come back out here yet again in this one, as it looks like Zane Lemire, PJ Popham coming together here deeper in the field. That's, we'll take a look and see, as it looks like PJ just trying to work himself up there, makes a little bit of contact, slides over the nose there of the 185 ride as you see some more contact there in front of him. 185 up into the outside fence and into the infield tractor tires. There in corner number 1, a heavy hit right there for that 185 ride. We saw, unfortunately, Chris Hill having some issues here, as well as not sure what happened to the, oh, there you go. Sends it in there, trying to slide up in front of not only the 29 ride, as he gets right there into him. Unfortunately, slides over his nose, straightens the car out up into the 307 of Merlin Sorensen, and then everyone just trying to hang on from there as the 5H ride down across the racetrack. The 00 Riley Wolf going to give him a big shot there, and unfortunately, You saw PJ and the 185 ride making that hard contact down through 3 and 4, and then obviously the 185 getting up into the tire barrier there, but you see the 2 ride again. Looks like he was going to possibly make some contact with the 32 ride, gets onto the binders and spins that car back around here again, as we'll take another look here at the 185 as he gets hard into these tire barriers here on pit entry. You can see that right front already busted up. If you take a close look at it, as he's rolling down the straightaway here, that right front, little weeble wobble to it, and unfortunately just nothing he can do trying to get it pointed down the racetrack, but that right front broke up, not being able to turn the car down the racetrack, goes head on into the tire barriers there on pit entry, gets airborne there up on 0 wheels, up in the air there by about 4 or 5 feet, and hard down onto the racetrack. That right front completely busted off and a ton of damage. We are back to green flag racing quickly, and this one is the 54 ride with a great restart here, looking to open up a lead once again as we see a little bit more contact back there, and we're going to quickly see the green flag come back out. Let's go, Brooks. Tri-City Speed, says my boy Brandon Barnhart. Brandon coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream, as what right now, great run here for the Tri-City Speed Machine of Joseph Brooks as he continues to lead the way in this one. Then 307 needs to be sent to the jig after this. There's a lot of cars, I think, that are going to the jig, that's for certain. There's a lot of bent and twisted chassis here in this league, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. But first, we'll take a look and see what happened to Lucas Zampich. Was having himself a great run here, trying to work himself into 6th underneath of the 1 ride of Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill blinking a little bit right there, and unfortunately, I don't know if that just kind of got the 33 ride guessing, but the 307 going to get in there a little bit too deep, gets into that right rear quarter panel of the 33 ride, and around goes Lucas Zampich, and that will bring the caution flag back out. So we'll stack them up, rack them up, and try this one all over again, as slowly but surely we're counting down the laps here. Inside 10 laps left to go, and the 54 ride, Joseph Brooks would love to see this one go green flag all the way right down to the very end and keep these drivers at bay, as he's got a lot of very tough racing action ahead of him here over the next couple laps, as that 54 ride continuing to show him how to get it done. Alrighty, as we are back to green flag racing quickly. The 54 of Joseph Brooks opening up a bit of a lead here as he's looking to try to run away with this one. Patrick Lemire trying to hang on back there in position number 2 with Joey Price right there in that 3rd spot. Price up to the high side looking for a big run here, trying to get to the outside of the 86 ride. They're going to make some contact. Around goes the 86 of Patrick Lemire. We saw it a few times here already this evening, that big run up on the high side. The driver down low, just unfortunately no mirrors on these rides, didn't see him back there, didn't know he was coming, and unfortunately just washes up the racetrack. They run out of room, and right here you'll see that contact is 86 trying to slide up in front of the 37, not knowing he was there, not knowing whether or not he was clear or the big run was coming, and unfortunately nowhere to go for the 37 ride as he gets right into the Auto Works Repair and More BBI Gear Grabber Engines number 86 ride, as he's going to get hard up into the outside wall, and a tough break right there for our 2nd place drivers. We'll stack them up, rack them up, and try to do this one all over again, as Joseph Brooks out in front, Joey Price there in 2nd, Warren Samoy in 3rd, Vernon Hill, Casey Duran now up inside the top 5, Jeremy Sorensen there in 6th with Pacer Popham in the 7th position, Luke Zampich, Riley Wolf, Myrtle and Sorensen rounding out our top 10 with Patrick Lemire, PJ Popham, Chris Hill, Zane Lemire, and Bracton Tinker rounding out our top 15. Patches Be Fast and Caden Back bringing up the rear of the field here in this one. As we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. My boy Aaron Smith coming in, dropping the thumbs up on the stream. Anthony Karf coming in with that like on the stream, as well as we believe this time by the start-finish line, we will see the lights turn off. The official iRacing pace truck didn't get a good look right there, but these drivers stacked up nonetheless. Yes, we are going back to green flag racing. Pace truck down pit side, and we're going to get ready to set them loose here in this one, but it looks like we're going to get one more lap here, as they're going to have to wait for the pace truck to work themselves back in front of them here. So everyone trying to get jacked up here and ready to rock and roll for this restart, waiting for that pace truck to roll back out in front. There we go. So we'll get them stacked up and ready to go back to battle here It's Joseph Brooks out in front. Warren Samoy there in position number 2. As I'm not sure what happened to Joey Price, as it looks like Price is going to get the EOL here. So the 37 ride to the back of the pack. So we will stack them up, and fortunately for Joey Price, he is going to get the EOL for making the contact there with the 86 ride, as they were both collected in it. And damaged up 37 machine going to have to try to battle back with Patrick Lemire towards the front of the field. Now we should be getting ready to go back to battle here. The green flag should be coming back out this time by, as Joseph Brooks out in front. Warren Samoy there in position number 2. Vernon Hill, Casey Durant rounding out our top 4 as we are back to battle here as the green flag back out into the air here in our A main feature event for the Montana iRacing League, as Joseph Brooks out in front looking to try to pick up the win here this evening. The Tri-City Speed Machine, the 54 ride, looking very, very good, very strong all evening long, as Warren Samoy in the 3D Racing House of Speed Norwood Sim Sports number 77 there in position number 2. In Vernon Hill in the JR1 machine there in position number 3, with Casey Durant in the 29 and Jeremy Sorensen rounding out our top 5, as another late race caution flag is going to fly. So the caution flag coming back out this time, the 307 of Merlin Sorensen. Gonna have some issues here as he's trying to work himself up inside the top 5 here slowly but surely. Unfortunately though, just running out of room up there on the high side. A little bit of contact there as the 37 gets into the 32 here. Is Joey Price trying to work himself up through the field. You see the 37, the Budweiser riding down low, shoots down underneath the 32. Unfortunately, body slams him and straightens that car up, sends him right up the racetrack into the lap of the 307 of Merlin Sorensen. Unfortunately, nowhere to go there for Sorensen as he gets some pretty heavy damage right there. The 86 getting a piece of him there, as well as you see the right front absolutely blown off. That 307 riding a ton of damage for the 307, as we will take another look at it here and see again what happened here in this one as we break it down. And unfortunately, just a big run from the 37 of Joey Price, just trying to send it in there. Unfortunately, sends it in a little bit too far and makes that contact, and fortunately gets a piece of 32, which gets a piece of the 307 and a tore up race car there in corner number 3. So we'll stack them up, rack them up, get ready to go back to green flag racing here yet again, as out in front the 54 of Joseph Brooks looking to pick up the checkered flag, as the Tri-City Speed Machine going to see the green flag fly as we are back to battle here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Joseph Brooks out in front, Warren Samoy right there in position number 2, trying to track him down as the laps continue to get clicked down, this time by the start finish line. 2 more laps left to go. 2 more circuits left here for Joseph Brooks to pick up the checker flag here today in the Montana iRacing League Pro Late Model Series, as out of corner number 4, he's going to see the white flag fly. One more time around for the Tri-City Speed number 54 and Joseph Brooks, as he's going to lead us down into corner number 3 for the final time here in this one. Is out of corner number 4, it's all Joseph Brooks as he picks up the checkered flag here from the beautiful Cedar Lake Speedway. Brooks is going to park it up in victory lane with Warren Samoy right there in position number 2 in Vernon Hill. Rounding out our top 3, Jeremy Sorensen there in 4th, and Casey Durant there in position number 5. Hard Charger going to the 33 rider Luke Zampich. He's up 10 spots on the racetrack there in position number 6. But it's all Joseph Brooks here in this one as the 54 ride parks it up in victory lane. What a run, what a drive right there. Let's see some congratulations up in the chat here for Joseph Brooks getting it done. Let's see some checkered flags up in the chat right now for that 54 ride. Is what a run, what a drive out of that 54 of Joseph Brooks, picking up another checkered flag, back-to-back nights, parking it up here in victory lane. Z28 coming in says, stack 'em and rack 'em. Stack 'em and rack 'em here yet again in this one, as we got them stacked, we got them racked, and we got them ready to rock and roll here in this one. Z, what in the world? Your name was orange and now it's green on the old channel here. I don't know what's going on with that. Why's your name green now? That's crazy. Zane coming in though, showing the big love here in this one. Got that Prime Gaming badge as well coming in, showing the love, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll for our post-race interviews. Congratulations for podium finishers, says Anthony Karf, coming in, showing the love here for our top three as we'll get ready to pull our top three up into the Discord here for post-race interviews. We already got Joseph Brooks up there ready to rock and roll, so we'll pull our race winner up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Joe, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth to get a copy.
I got you.
Joe, man, another good run, another solid race here for you as you park that 54 ride up in victory lane here again at Cedar Lake Speedway. You were able to get it done in the first race yesterday. You back it up with another win in the first race here today. So we were talking about possibly reenacting exactly what you did last night here tonight. And so far, getting off to a good start.
Absolutely. First off, I want to apologize to PJ. I truly did not expect him to check up that much going into the corner. It was definitely unintentional. So I apologize. But yeah, we're definitely looking to do the reenactment.
Absolutely, as we get the 305 sprint cars up next here for you, as you're going to go to battle in those. But man, you went to battle in these late models as you and PJ duked it out there for a little while. It took you a little bit to try to reel them in there. Once we got some good green flag laps in there, you were able to track him down, though. You jump up and get around him there as you guys went to battle. We saw the big slider from the two ride there in corner number 3. Looked like as you crossed him back over down the front straightaway, it looked like he was probably thinking you were going to try to do the same thing, try to slide up to the high side there in 1 and 2, and I don't think he was expecting it, and unfortunately just got onto the binders, must have punched the brakes a little bit too hard, just locked the rear tires up and split himself around there. A tough break for him as he tried to battle back there. Unfortunately couldn't get back up inside the top 5 for the 2 machine, but man, nonetheless, a good run and a good drive there as you were able to work yourself up to the front of the field and hold these drivers off for the final 17 laps of this race and park it up here in victory lane again tonight. It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Like I said last night, Cedar Lake is one of my better tracks. So to be able to get 2 wins here so far this weekend is feeling pretty good. I just watched that replay back on PJ looping it. I think he wasn't expecting that. It happens.
Absolutely, it does happen. Unfortunately, you don't know where he is out there on the racetrack. No mirrors on these rides, so nothing you could really do except for hold your line and keep that car pointing in the right direction. And I mean, it was a good call by PJ getting onto the binders. I don't think he wanted to get on them that tough, but I think he might have had to as he was sent it in there very, very deep. And if he would have kept on going, he probably would have took both of you guys out, which might have ended the odds for both of you to get a good finish here this evening. So a very good sportsman-like move there out of the 2 ride to quickly get onto the brakes there and avoid the contact and avoid taking you both out of contention here in this races. Man, what a run, what a drive there from not only yourself but PJ being very fast here all evening long. But only one driver can park their ride up here in victory lane, and that's you this evening, Joe, as you're able to get it done and park it back up in victory lane. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and great performance here in this one?
Yeah, I just want to thank Bike Motorsports, the Bush Barn, BBI, Missouri River Barbershop, you for putting on the broadcast, Warren for putting all this together, just everyone that helps me. It's pretty great to be able to do this.
Absolutely, and way better start here for you this weekend compared to last weekend. Last weekend was very rough for a lot of drivers, and this week off to a better start, a better turnout here for you as you're able to not only pick up the win yesterday and a top 3, but back it up with another win here this evening. And we look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack in the 305s and see if you can make it 4 top 3s in a row and maybe 3 out of 4 wins here on the weekend.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can have some good luck in the 305s. I suck in those cars, so it's going to take a miracle to make that happen.
Well, we look forward to seeing miracles happen every single day here on PeaceMaker Gaming, Joe, and we look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack here in just a little bit.
You as well. Thank you again.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our Race winner, Joseph Brooks. Is Brooks coming home here with the victory, parking that 54 right up here in victory lane as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for our next race. We got one more driver to pull in here, our second place finisher, Warren Samoy, the man with the plan, the master man who makes this all happen and made this show come to life as we're going to get ready to pull Warren in for his post-race interview coming home in position number 2. Unfortunately, I don't think Vernon has Discord. I'm not 100% sure or not. I haven't seen him hop in there yet, but nonetheless, we're going to pull our second place finisher into the Discord here as Warren Samoy coming home in position number 2. Hey, Warren, it's Aaron up here on the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Think you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Warren, man, another good run, another good drive here for you as you were up inside the top 5 all evening long. You were able to avoid some contact there in front of you as we saw a few drivers get tied together, unfortunately turn each other around there, and slowly but surely you're able to open up the door to move yourself up inside the top 3, then up into that second spot, and here you are bringing it home with another good run, another solid podium finish here for you there in that second spot. Late in the race, though, you had a couple opportunities on the restarts to try to make something happen to maybe jump up and steal this one away from Joseph Brooks, take us back through those restarts, and what was going through your mind if you were able to have a shot at picking up the win here tonight, or if you were just pretty happy with a solid second place run there behind Joe?
Yeah, I thought, well, hey, give it a shot. But yeah, he got some pretty good restarts there, and he had a pretty quick car, so I really didn't have anything for him. Congrats to him. He's been on a roll lately. Yeah, I was happy with second, just to bring my car home in one piece and survive it. Racing like a promoter, not really like a racer. So it was pretty good. The guys did a good job. Threw a curveball at him this week with the no mirrors. So I think we're handling that pretty good. It does take some getting used to, and yeah, just happy that that was a pretty good race. We only had 6 cautions, so we'll live with it.
Absolutely, and as you said, no mirrors this week, and everyone trying to get used to those. We saw a few of the caution flags here this evening. Just looked like that mirror was the issue. Just drivers with the big runs up on the high side, the driver down low watching up the racetrack off the corner, just not realizing that the car has that big run on the outside. Just something that drivers will have to get used to now, not being able to look up in that rear view mirror to see that run coming, and being able to leave the lane open. They may just have to choose whether or not to leave it open or have the opportunity to get spun around and up into the outside wall there, as we saw a few drivers have that unfortunate circumstance here this evening, including Patrick Lemire and Joey Price that were right there in front of you as you were able to dodge those 2 drivers getting up into the outside fence to move yourself into a solid second place run here and a good points night for you.
Yeah, this track is notoriously narrow in the straightaways, so you have a lot of room in the corners, and then that all of a sudden goes away. And yeah, I saw Joey had a really big run there on the outside, but he wasn't quite clear. And the car in front of him obviously doesn't know he's there, and that's just one of the things that happens. And it happened to me last night in the mod race. You just kind of stick your nose up there, and if you're not all the way in the spot, you really don't have the spot. So you pretty much just got to lift, let the guy have it, and maybe get him the next lap. So it's something that people have to definitely race a little bit more carefully, and I'm included in that group.
Absolutely. Well, Warren, another good run, another good drive here for you in this one as you guys put on a great show here for us. And once again at Cedar Lake, we got one more race to go here for this weekend with the 305 Sprint Cars. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack. But Warren, who would you like to thank for such a great run and a strong performance here again this evening?
Thanks to all of our sponsors, all of our supporters, all of our drivers, and our announcer. Best one out there. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, brother Warren. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack in the 305s. Hopefully we can see you right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe one spot better and up in victory lane again yourself.
Yeah, we could use one of those. I'll take it.
Absolutely, brother. Have yourself a good rest of your night if I don't talk to you, but congrats here again on the solid second place run.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher, Warren Samoy. Samoy coming home there in position number 2. A great run and a great drive there out of that number 77 3D Racing House of Speed Machine as he comes home there in position number 2. We're going to get ready, though, to call it an evening here in this one for this race. We will be back live here in just a few more moments as it's already 3:30, so probably about 10-15 minutes from now we're going to be back live again here from Cedar Lake Speedway. The 305 Sprint Cars are going to be in action, so don't go anywhere here, and make sure you get those bell notifications turned on, as you never want to miss it when we go live. So make sure you got those bells turned on and ready to see some more racing action here this evening, as we're going to be back live in just a few more moments. But we're going to end this stream here, and we're going to get another one fired up. So make sure you keep an eye out for the next broadcast coming up here in just a few more moments. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. What a run, what a drive, what a finish right there by all these drivers, as we'll be right back in just a few more moments.